Hi students, today our topic is generations of computers. So in the generations of computer from the beginning onwards, based on the number of years duration, we classified the generations of computers into 5 types. So those are called as first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation. Let us see one by one. In the first generation, the period of first generation is from 1946 to 1957. So what is the basic built-in technology they have used at the time of first generation means they have used vacuum tubes. So using the vacuum tubes only they have built the computers. So it occupied the big size. We know that when the Charles Babbage developed the first generation computer, how much space is occupied? It nearly occupied the one room, big room. No, so like that it has been developed with the help of vacuum tubes. What is the disadvantages in the vacuum tubes means because those are considered as electrical bulbs. So what will happen means when you are doing continuously when you are assembling these vacuum tubes, because of the lot of heat, it will be fused frequently. So those tubes, this electrical bulbs and vacuum tubes will be fused very frequently. And one more thing, it is very expensive because we need more number of electrical vacuum tubes and electrical bulbs to arrange for a simple computer. So that is the big disadvantages what we faced in the first generation of computers. And then what is the operating system used in that time means batch operating system. So batch operating system is a very first operating system. So that operating system was used in that time of first generations of computer. And then what is the input devices or output devices and memory devices they have used means they have used punch cards and paper tape and magnetic tape as the input and output devices. So how we will do this kind of floppy disk and previously older things? No. So those are considered as input and output devices. And then what is the programming language? How they have done this programming means they have used opcodes, machine codes. So that is some programming languages they feel and to do some basic operations in the computer. So these are the details about first generations. So the first generation will start with 1946 to 1959 and they have used vacuum tubes and then this were very expensive and batch operating system is a operating system they have used. And then what are the input devices they have used means punch cards, paper tapes, and then they used machine code as a programming languages. Right. So what is the second generation? So later on, to improve the disadvantages in the first generation, they have moved on to the technology called as some ICs, that means integrated circuits. So with the help of some resistors, capacitors and some electronic devices, they have developed one computer. So what is the period of second generation means it starts from 1959 to 1965. So that is what it is based on the transistors. The technology is based on the technology. The technology is based on the type of transistors. So what is the disadvantage? Compared with the vacuum tubes, it is cheaper, but it occupies less power also, but very compact and reliable since. But what is the thing means it that means the speed wise we cannot achieve the more things. So that is one of the thing we feel it as a disadvantages in the second generation. And then what is the input and storage devices they have used means the same thing, magnetic tapes and magnetic disk. Magnetic tape occupies a very small size of storage, but magnetic tape, magnetic disk occupied the more spaces. So there is the difference between magnetic tape and magnetic disk. Okay. Then what are the operating systems they have used mean they have used the previous one batch operating system also, and then they have used multi-programming operating system also they have used. Then they move on to the high level programming languages. So in the second generation only they have moved on to the high level programming language that is easy to understand by human. So what are the high level programming languages they have used in that time means Fortran and COBOL. The very lower version of Fortran and COBOL were used in the second generation. So these are the details about second generation. Right. What about the third generation? Third generation starts from the year duration of 1965 to 1971, and then they have used integrated circuits with the help of transistors and resistors. So and resistors and capacitors. So they, with the help of these devices, the electronic devices, transistors, resistors and capacitor, they have developed one IC circuits. It is like a PCB board, how we feel in the motherboard in a computer, no? So in the same way they have developed one integrated circuits. So this is very efficient and reliable and very smaller in size. So as of now, what we have used some ICs, no, this is IC used for this purpose, and like that it is very smaller in size, reliable and effective. And then what is the operating system they have used means remote processing, time sharing and multi-programming operating system they have used in the third generations of computer. So remote processing also evolved, time sharing operating system also evolved, and multi-programming operating system also evolved in that duration. Right. What are the high level languages means the advanced versions of Fortran, COBOL, Pascal, BASIC, ALGOL. So those are the very famous languages they have used at that time of third generation, that is in the time of 1971. So Fortran 224, COBOL, Pascal, PL1, BASIC, ALGOL 68. So these are the famous highly repeated, highly frequently used programming languages in the third generation. Right. Okay. What is the point in fourth generation means it starts from the year duration from 1971 to 1980. Then what is the technology they have used means VLSI, very large scale integrated microprocessor is the technology they have used in the time of fourth generation. Okay, so what is the differences, technology wise differences in the VLSI and ICs means if you take one VLSI, it consists of 5000 transistors and circuit elements with their associated circuits on a single chip. If you take one VLSI chip, it consists of nearly about 5000 transistors and other elements in this circuit board. Right. So it is what are the advantages means it is more powerful, compact, reliable and affordable. The price is also affordable. Right. What are the operating system they have used in the fourth generation means time sharing, real-time network and distributed operating systems. So this distributed operating systems are evolved in the fourth generation itself, that is in the time of 1971 to 1980. And then what are the languages they have used means we know that 1972 the C language was developed, so that they have used the C, C++, DBase and etc. So these are the very famous and frequently used for programming languages are coming under the category of fourth generation. Right. Then what is in the fifth generation? So fifth generation will be started from 1980 onwards to till now. Okay, so we are now living in the generation of fifth generations of computer. What is the technology they are using now means ULSI, that is ultra large scale integration. Okay, it is an advanced versions of VLSI. So VLSI is a very large scale integration, but we are using more powerful and more keen on that, more technology. So we are using ultra large scale integration ULSI, and then this microprocessor, that means if you take one ULSI microprocessor, it contains 10 million electronic components. So if you take one ULSI chip, it nearly contains 10 million electronic components. That is the most prominent and powerful technology we are using as of now. That means in this generation. Right. What are the operating systems and these things we are using? We are all using the previous one and current recent versions of distributed operating system, and then time sharing, parallel processing, everything and all. And then we are now move on to the artificial intelligence also. That means we know that artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then what is that, big data analysis, everything and all. We are now using those kind of more advanced technologies in this fifth generation. And what are the high level languages means it starts from the C, C++, Java, .NET, and then Python, everything. What are the new technologies we are using now? So these will be considered in the fifth generation, right? So I hope you understand the generations of computer. I'll catch you in the next video about the next topic. Thank you.